Greetings, Whoa Daddy Nation. We are back in action tonight and we have a special guest with us. And let's bring him on out. It's Mister Saucy.
Hi. What's up?
You guys might know him as Rock Leo or whatever else you might know. But Mister Saucy is going to tell us what we are drawing tonight. This is a request from the wonderful Angela Wonderworld. And what might we be drawing?
Oh, well, I don't know. Dogs?
What kind of dog?
Yorkie?
A Yorkie. And the request specifically said a short-haired, not a curly-haired.
Is that a Yorkie? That's a Yorkie?
Maybe it's a Yorkie baby. I don't know. Maybe it's a Yorkie friend. But regardless,
yeah.
Not the long-haired. Have you ever seen the long?
Yeah.
Have you seen the long-haired ones? Like, I'm talking way longer than that. It looks like Dumbledore.
Yeah.
Like, they get super long and combed out. I do not think I would want to have a Yorkie like that. I would take something cute like this. But to tell you the truth, I like a bigger dog. Yeah. So, you know, it is what it is.
I like Boston Terriers.
They're really annoying, but, you know, they can be fun. Yeah. So I think that we are going to get into the creation station with Mister Saucy and check it out. So here we are back in the creation station. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to start with a little face, and they do this cute little facial tilt. So what we're going to do is we are going to do where the mouth kind of comes over, and it's kind of like a mustache. So it's going to go up and across and down. And notice I put it at a slight angle. So from there, we're going to do like a 1, 2 little mustache and then like some hairs kind of coming up the face, getting a little bit smaller. Just going to kind of stop there and then maybe pick it up and connect it here in a minute. So we're going to do the same thing on the other side. So 1, 2... and then down, up, 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 up. And so we're getting a little bit of that tilt going. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to take around the second portion and we're going to kind of bring up a little curve. And I'm going to bring up a little curve like that, and we're going to put our nose right about here and kind of open it up a bit, sort of like that, and we're going to color it in. Okay, and then, you know, the whole nose is really black, so we're just going to take like a little gray kind of charcoal. We're just going to kind of rub that around. Make kind of like a gray black. We still got that darkness in. And we're going to do a cute little tongue sticking out. Alright, there's a little Yorkie tongue. And then we're just going to kind of bring in a little facial scruff sort of going across. Now, long hair could have that hair coming down way, way further. So that's something to look out for if you want your dog to look a little bit different. We're going to give them kind of some semi-diamond shaped eyes, but still kind of rounded. And I'm going to leave like a little sparkle in there. Pretty dark, pretty dark. And that light section is sort of like the little beam in their eyes, so just we're still giving a little tilt. Now, around the top, we're going to turn and sort of give a little layer right here around the eyes. And we're going to kind of turn, and I'm going to do the second one kind of off a little bit. All right, and then just kind of like tighten that right in there. Okay, now we're going to add a little bit more on top, kind of around where the ears are, and then kind of bring it down. So the same thing, a little bit more up top, ears, like that. Okay, and then a little kind of triangle ear kind of poking out, and a little little kind of triangle ear sort of poking out. So that's the main gist of the face right there. And, you know, I'm just going to go ahead and throw in a little pink on the tongue right now, just for a little excitement and give us a place to focus our attention. Now, we're going to have kind of like the body, kind of like a little front sort of chest hair area. So we're going to get just a little bit of that kind of going along and coming up. Okay, so you'd imagine one of the front legs sort of sticking out and one kind of coming out over here. So for the second one, we're going to come out and up a little bit, and then a little bit longer hair. All right, and then kind of define where the arm is, and we're just going to have like a color change there, and we're going to add the little claws, little nails with pastel. And we have a second paw kind of coming in the front, so kind of two overlapping loaves of bread, if you will. All right, and then we're going to start right down at the bottom of the face, a little Yorkie body kind of coming down. And we're going to tie it in the front with a little bit more long hair, kind of going up like this. And then we're going to bring that back foot out. And then the other one would be on the other side of the body. We won't see it. And then a little bit of fur right there. Now, we're going to get a little short tail, kind of coming out like this. Little fluffy short tail. All right, and then that's the basic gist of the drawing. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go back in and we're going to add some color. And I'm going to start with my darks. I'm particularly going to put like a little gray in. So we're going to have a little bit of gray kind of right in the middle and maybe like a little bit on the side and right in where these paws kind of come out. So you have a little bit on one paw, a little bit on the other. This is going to be near that, and then like a little bit on top. Now we're going to got a little shadow around the mouth, a little shadow like that around the mouth, and then above the eye and kind of mixing in with the gray above the eye, sort of like that. All right, and then a pretty dark coat of fur. Now, what I'm doing is I'm not going to be blending these pastels unless I make the colors overlap, but what I'm doing is I'm sort of imagining the direction the fur would be going. That's the movement of my strokes that I'm making. So I'm making like long strokes across the back, which would show like a more combed over coat, and then kind of curving it around, and then mixing it in with the gray, and then maybe overlapping right here, be a little thicker and darker, and then kind of mixing in right here. All right, then a little bit on the back end of the tail. Might leave a little bit white right there. All right, so we're gonna get little doggy nails, 1, 2, 3. That's about how many we'll see from this angle. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. All right, so we're gonna put the black away now, and we're gonna go ahead and with brown. Now this is short hair, so I'm just doing a much tighter, almost like I'm coloring in kind of movement, rather than suggesting strokes of like a longer hair. So same thing on this paw. All right, from left to right, really tight, kind of just like I'm coloring in, leaving a little bit of it empty. Same thing here. Okay, and then a little blending into the body, and then we're going to do some longer separated strokes to blend in with the gray. All right, some strokes longer and more separated, sort of moving up and down. So it's a little bit lighter and fluffier right here on the front of the body. All right, and then the same thing where we're coming in with the black, maybe some tighter strokes, but still keeping them long and noticeable. All right, and then angled strokes around the nose, fairly spread out. And then I can kind of tighten them up near the nose. And going into the eyes, kind of in a sweeping motion, kind of going around those eyes. And then the ears. And then a little bit blending into the brown and black. All right, and wide strokes here, a little blending in, and then tighter strokes on this part of the ear. And then maybe just like a little hint of black to suggest shadow, kind of like that. And gonna mix in a little bit of white right here on that bottom part of the tail. So that is our Yorkie, and we are gonna go ahead and do something super cute with him. We're gonna put him on kind of this angled dock. That's what we're gonna call it. Yeah, this little angled dock. Gonna come right across and down. Kind of like some old barnwood boards out in the country. Taking that Yorkie to a nice, fun summer cottage, so to speak. I'm gonna kind of make it look like piano keys or something down there. Whatever you want to add for your background, I just thought something simple and patterned and recognizable would be really cute. And these almost look like piano keys. So you could turn it into something whimsical and like full of fantasy if you wanted to make like a musical Yorkie or something like that, and you don't want to get too quirky with it. Okay, so I'm gonna make the distance about that much. That should be good. All right, and then we got our board in the front. We're gonna make it about that far. Boom, 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 boom. All right, so there is our Yorkie, and we're just gonna call it Yorkie. Y-O-R-K-I-E. Boop, boop. And get a little signature across the back. 2022. So thank you, Angela Wonderworld, for the awesome suggestion. Like and subscribe, and please leave some comments on what you would like to see in our next video, and we will get that artwork out to you. Angela, look forward to seeing you in class tomorrow, and I hope you love your Yorkie. Y'all have a wonderful night. Goodbye.